So let me tell you a story. When I was about 14 or 15, I transferred to a new club. I transferred to one of the best teams in the area. Better team, better coaches, better trainings, better everything basically. I was the best player on my old team, and I've decided that it's time to take the next step because you always want to be playing at the highest level possible if you want to improve. Since I was a really good player, I expected that I would shortly become the best player on the new team as well. Well, long story short, I was wrong. So what happened? Well, I quickly realized that the quality of training that I was getting in my old club was nowhere near the quality of the new one, and all of my teammates were technically superior to me. Now imagine how I must have felt being the best player on the team, going to a new club. I had all these ideas, dreams, and goals, but everything quickly came crashing down. Just a huge reality check. See, what happened was that even the players that were considered bad or not as good had good technique. And for the first few months on my new team, I really struggled. But at the end of the season, we played some really important games and we had a really good season, and I was one of the key players. So, what changed? Well, one thing is the fact that I finally got good quality training. We had really good training sessions that were completely different and better than anything that I ever did with my old team. But the second thing is that I improved my base technique. So, what is base technique? This is just a term that I came up with, and it's basically your fundamentals. Your ability to perfectly receive, pass, shoot, and dribble the ball with ease. Now, I know what you're probably thinking right now. You think that, oh, I don't need this because your fundamentals are already perfect or something. Well, in that case, I have to tell you something. Unless you're playing in a first division somewhere around the world, your fundamentals are most likely not perfect. In my opinion, this is the biggest difference between professional players and amateurs. See, the pros can perfectly pass and receive the ball 19 out of 20 times in the game, for example. Most amateurs just can't do that. When you watch a really high level football game, you don't see many mistakes being made. But when you watch amateurs, that's just not the case. There are levels to this game, and every level higher that you go to, players have better fundamentals. So what happened to me was, those players were not necessarily better than me, but they had better base technique. So that is why I struggled at first. So how do you get base technique? Well, it's simple. You have to work on your fundamentals. You have to do simple passing, receiving, and dribbling drills. See, most players for some reason want to do these complex training drills while they haven't even perfected the simple ones. This is like trying to build a house on a bad foundation. It will not last long and the consequences will be dire. You have to invest time into doing those simple training drills until you perfect them. If you want to play at a higher level, this is an absolute must because if you don't have a solid foundation and you somehow get a chance to play at a high level, you will not last long there. Why? Because all other players, no matter their playing position, will have a better technique than you, and you will not be able to keep up with their speed of play, among other things. So now I'm gonna give you some drills that you can structure a program and improve your base technique. I'm gonna give you drills for most important traits, so dribbling, shooting, first touch, and passing. So let's start with dribbling. So we have 3 drills here, and as you can see, they're all very simple. Okay, so first touch, this is where most players really struggle, and it's because they never really focus on these drills. Same thing for passing. Most players think that they don't have to train passing, but when you get to play on a high level and you keep missing simple passes, your teammates are not gonna be happy with you, I can tell you that. And finally we have shooting. See, at the highest level even the center backs have a decent shooting technique, so don't neglect shooting even if you're a defensive player. Okay, so structure a base technique training program with these drills. If you want one that's already made and proven, check the description. It's also very cheap so that everybody can improve their base technique. This is it for the video, and I will see you in the next one.